Welcome back to PA Breakdown. Today is Monday, April 27. Same thing that's been happening every Monday, Sunday open, whatever. Accumulation, price opens lower, we manipulate it, and we just continue going higher throughout Asia. Alright? Even if you know what price will do, it doesn't mean you could just take an entry. As you can see, price has made equal lows with this wick right here. So that's why Asia did not look as clean, because it did not really manipulate much. It just legit dug really deep inside this wick, but it did not take it out. If it took it out, it would have been nicer. Let's look at ES. Yes, it did take it out, but overall we're still, in this area, general area. We're like in this order block that came from nothing. So we're seeing how price is moving from here. Obviously, you can see price respected it, but overall Asia just continued going higher. We took out all-time highs. After price took it out, we just had a chop fest up there at like 11 p.m., 12 p.m. Then price started to reverse and started going lower. Alright, for this high to hold for high of day, we have to understand what's coming after it. Alright, as price was going lower around 1 a.m., 2 a.m., we started to chop down and slow down a lot. Okay, this will tell me if we were either going to continue going back up higher or we're going to continue going lower. So price just rebounces back again into another like order block, fair value gap, BISI, whatever. But like we didn't really take out much. The only thing we took out was legit just this piece of structure. Overall, we still have structure above us. If we want to continue being bearish, I want to see price come back up and take out all this last bit of accumulation from the beginning to the end. All right. So obviously, London, you have a lower time frame manipulation, whatever, to distribute us back up to take out all this accumulation to then send us lower. If we look at ES at the same time, yeah, ES legit same thing. Price started to chop, slow down, both pairs correlated. After we manipulated lower internally, alright, we see nice CB inversion, nice displacement, rebound displacement, whatever. But again, price starts to slow down again. It starts to chop. Alright, for us to continue trading away from these lows, we have to see respect of these lows and actual displacement. Right, this entire time, all you see was just small internal, yes, manipulation, but like the reaction after was really weak. Okay, so after price came back up here and it took out this piece, if you go on the 1 minute, it's much easier to see. Yeah, it took out this last piece of high right here where price rebalanced inside the CB, then sold off, which legit started this entire chop right here. It took out this last bit of accumulation, then we started trending bearish. So you could see this as like bearish to total manipulation. And I know for a fact we had SFT up here, so like you could be like, okay, we have a total manipulation, price respected this wick or the manipulation from it, and we started displacing lower. We came back up, we total manipulate, right, with narrative, bearish narrative, alright, and we leave behind an order block. So 5 minute is the cleanest because you're not really looking at the 1 minute overnight, because if you're looking at the 1 minute, you're literally just going to be fooled intending at each and every single move, and you will be stopped out. So on the 5 minute, you can see the total manipulation that we had. Boom, boom, perfect. And you can mark out your order block anyway, but legit, you can mark it out like this. It's fine. Legit does not matter, even like from here to here, does not matter. But all you need to understand is that we are respecting this bearish order block, and price started to displace heavily and very cleanly at pre-New York, like 8 a.m. So started displacing nicely. We take out all this accumulation right here, right? You can see like we took it out. But if we're looking for continuation higher, we want to see how price is reacting to this low. Okay, so NQ tapped it, but we don't see a bullish reaction yet. We don't see nothing, right? We edged this low, then we see some type of bullish reaction. So this is telling me this bullish reaction is going to be fake, all right? Because no way price is going to dig this deep, like what, 2 points away from taking out this low, from taking out London lows and start being bullish. Price does not work like that. If it's going to edge a low, it's going to look to take it out, all right? Same thing on ES. They're both tapping back inside this low right here, but they still have not continued pumping. You get what I'm saying? Like price was still respecting it. Going back to NQ, let me make sure unless I'm geeking. 850, okay, yeah. Yes. Okay. So, again, we take out this low at 9 a.m. So, we are going to continue lower. We are not going to continue going back up higher. If we are going to manipulate this low and reverse and continue going higher, we want to see the reaction after it. Alright, are we displacing past this previous high at 850, or are we just rebalancing together then go lower again? So let's go to 1 minute and let's see what price did. Again, price took out London lows after edging it. All right, this reaction right here invalidates this manipulation. Why? Because if we're truly bullish and price is continuing to pump higher and it wants to go past this high, continue back up there, we want to see a strong reaction and continuation back up. 930 either pumps us back or rebounds us, then pumps us up. Right? We don't want to see a chop fest for like, how long was this? For like 17 minutes, price just chopping in the same, what, 20-point range, which is telling you that, okay, this high might hold and we might continue seeing price going lower, maybe taking out Asia lows, maybe taking out more liquidity. All right, especially since we edged these equal lows right here and we have more accumulation below us, so price still can be bearish and it can still end up being bearish. All right, so 930 opens, okay, immediately starts twisting up. We leave a fat wick behind, nice turtle soup. And if you look at ES, we had SFT at the same time. So boom, boom. If you look at ES, 930 opens. Where is it? Obviously, you're not seeing it on NQ, but 930 wicked up on NQ. ES was legit, just again made equal lows again. So when you see equal lows, expect price to come back and take them out. All right. So ES, if you look at it, what the hell was ES doing, bro? Actual chop fest. So ES respected London lows. All right. So we have a bullish manipulation and a bearish manipulation on NQ. On ES, it's bullish. So ES is going to go up, NQ is going to go down. Both words are going to be uncorrelated. So you're expecting chop, right? If you see both words are uncorrelated and one has a bullish manipulation, the other one has bearish, and they're both following it, step away. Clear sign that the rest of the day is going to be chop. It's going to be very, very low probable, especially on Monday. But overall, this is how you could have navigated NQ. Obviously, after we made the SFT at like 930, 931, whatever, right here, on NQ, we're bearish, but on ES, we're bullish. Okay, so NQ is going to be manipulating lower. ES is just going to be respecting these lows and continuing higher. All right, so your DOO would have just either been this low right here, or fully Asia lows right here, or these equal lows at the left. Right, so immediately you're not taking 930. You're waiting to see what price is doing. All right. So you have an SFT and turtle soup, and you're waiting to see how price is reacting from it. All right. If we get a rebounds back inside this order block, nice, clean, whatever. If we don't, it is what it is. We just take DRD. So again, we have a CB you can refer to. Cool, price rebalance. Okay, we're displacing, but not the displacement that we want to see, especially at these lows right here. So when you're seeing wicks, a lot of wicks, wait for actual candle closure displacement below them, not just, oh, candle starts displacing, let me enter on it. Just wait for an actual displacement lower, full candle closure below the low, then you can enter. All right, because as you can see, price can still go down, displace lower, manipulate, then go back up. Okay, so price failed to displace lower, so we can see what price could do here. It could either manipulate, respect these manipulation on the left, okay, or just give us a rebound, then continue going lower. All right, so price rebounds back inside this order block. You can mark it out either like this or this entire candle, which would have been crazy, but either way you want to mark it out, just understanding that this is a manipulation leg. Seeing how prices reacted from it will tell us everything if this will hold, if shorts will be in play, or if we're going to continue being bullish. All right, price rebounces and we start seeing displacement lower. So obviously you're referring to his next order block right here. Let me check. Yes, 938, 938. And we edge these highs on ES again. Yo, what is price doing? I can't lie, today price was garbage. Again, rebounds back inside this order block. We start displacing lower. We have a rebalance, another displacement, but it's not as strong as we want it. So price can still rebound, price can still totally manipulate, or it can still respect this low. So legit nothing to trade here. This is just like a filler, a filler leg. Think about it like that. All right. This is the next order block you could refer to, and you can see how price is respecting. If price is truly bearish, it will respect this order block that rebounds back inside this order block, and we can see how price is reacting from there. If it's not, and it disrespects it, and we see nice candle closure past it, then you could take longs back up to these highs, which would be valid. So price respects the order block. We start displacing lower immediately below this low. So this is a nice indication that this bearish candle is with the narrative and is very nice. You can enter on it. Alright, so the first trade you could have taken was either this candle right here, or as it closed, as long as you had your stop loss above it, above the displacement. because this is the SIBI you're referring to. If price again starts chopping around, rebalancing again, you're not expecting a rebalance, you're expecting the price to continue going back up higher. So entering here, stop loss at the displacement or the wick, depending on how confident you were. But realistically, the displacement, because we don't want to see price going back up there again. And your TPs are to your left. Obviously, price displays past these lows, below Asia lows, so NQ is manipulating lower. So you have to be really, really careful, okay? Your next deal will legit be any of these sell sides right here. So this low, and even these lows right here. So you're just legit TPing at one of them, or even a simple 1-to-1 would have been fine. But realistically, this would have been the nearest DOO that price could manipulate before we start being bullish. So again, this was the first trade you could have taken, was right here. Even if you entered one mini 30 points, you know, you would have been in and out in the next two candles, which would have been nice as well. But overall, realistically, this would have been your TP. So that was the first trade you could have taken. Again, after price rebalances and starts displacing lower, this is another trade you could have taken if you entered on this 947 candle. Stop loss at the rebalance, which price did not even take out. If you legit just held your trade, price would not have taken you out unless you got slipped or something. But again, you could have still put your stop loss at the CB to be extra careful until price started displacing past this internal draw. And yeah, that was the second trade you could have taken, the second short, which was valid. Okay. Third short you could have taken was a kind of late. So after price again rebalances and we start displacing lower below this internal low, you could have entered again, stop loss at the rebalance, and you're TPing at 1-to-1 or at the DOLs on the left, which would have been legit either this DOO or these right here. Realistically, price did not go any lower because, as you can see, NQ started digging way more deep than ES. And if you look at ES at the same time, you could see at, what time was it? 950. Yeah, 950. London lows got taken out, and at the same time we are rebalancing into the left, into Asia lows on ES. So that's as far as the manipulation will go for ES, and it's not going to look to go any lower, especially since we manipulated lower. London lows at 947, which was at, yeah, same time on NQ where we start to dump right here on this candle, where ES manipulated lower, taking out London lows, but NQ continued going lower to manipulate just a bit more. All right, so this is where you be careful and you wait for more structure. Okay, price is going to continue being bearish. Cool. Wait for another DRD to confirm that we're going to continue being bearish. But NQ manipulated too deep, and ES manipulated London lows, and it rebounds back inside of Asia right here. So you have to be careful, right? Especially since we are not displacing any lower on ES. This is would have like told you that, okay, we made a fat wick, manipulated London lows in 1 minute. We dumped like, well, almost 8-9 points on ES. So this manipulation is valid, can still hold, but we're trying to see the reaction from this wick. All right, mark out the wick, see how price reacted from the CE. As you can see, we're still respecting the wick. Okay, even though price is digging really deep, realistically, if you don't see a displacement below the wick, expect it to hold, especially on ES when it makes a fat manipulation like this. So you're expecting this manipulation to hold. So on NQ, you're not shorting anymore. You're being patient. You're ready for more signatures, either to long or to then short again. But you're just being careful and you're waiting. Right now, this is your last manipulation leg where price manipulated. So this is your next order block to refer to. For bullish and price is respecting it, take the displacement, trade away. Okay. Obviously, immediately price took it out, manipulated. Same thing on ES. We have SMT, bullish SMT on ES. Both pairs are not correlated. Both pairs are now manipulating lower, taking out lows, and are now correlated. They can both long. So again, this is another sign if you're ready for an actual signature. CB gets inverse right here, and price starts displacing up. The second you see that, you can slap your longs right here. Stop loss below this BISI, and TP either 1-to-1 or this first internal high right here, which would have been on the left. Boom. Or you could have even TP'd at these highs up here at 938, but price looked like it edged it. Yeah, it legit edged it. So the second you see you get edged and the candle close like this, close your trade. Like, it's not even worth it trying to hold for like 10 more points. Just close your trade, you're already up. So that was the first trade you could have taken for the longs at 950-ish after. Again, price starts displacing away, but really not that clean displacement. Price starts slowing down, so you're not really taking anything. Once you see price slow down, sit on your hands. All right, you have an order block that price can still rebalance into. Okay, and if you see displacement past the high, then you could look for DRD past it. Until then, be patient, sit on your hands, because price can still rebound inside this order block and give you the cleanest longs, either low of day longs or like longs you could hold for more points. All right, especially when you have a manipulation right here. Both pairs finally started to correlate, and you have clean manipulation. Be patient. So again, price drop, start slowing down. We start going lower, but we know this is not displacement. This is just a rebalance to rebalance back inside the order block. If we're truly bearish, immediately displacement lower. This order block would not have been formed. We would not have been longing in the first place. We would have just continued being short. We would not have this entire leg of chop. So right at 1032, price rebounds back inside this order block. Let me mark it out. Boom, boom. Price rebalances. Nice displacement out of it. CB gets inversed, so you can legit long the second you see this bullish candle close or the second this one opens. But realistically, this entry would have been fine. Stop loss below the rebalance, and you're TPing 1-to-1 or back up to those highs. So first TP, realistically, this eternal high, which would have gotten you 1-to-1 still. Second TP, this other internal high. Third TP, these stacked highs up here, which would have TP'd up here. But either way you TP'd, you would have still reacted to see that, okay, price is slowing down at this high. Let me not TP up there. Let me just take it to another internal high, and you would have been fine. Again, price drops, start slowing down a lot. So this is telling you that price could either remanipulate, okay, rebalance, or just continue going lower. But we know we're bullish. We're not really looking to long. If you look at ES at the same time, yeah, ES is still going lower. So again, ES came back up and it manipulated at 1036. Okay, cool. ES came back up at 1036. It took out these equal highs up here on the left. Finally. Same time on NQ, it was this wick. Yep. ES came back up, gave us this nice bearish SMT, and it took out these equal highs on ES and on NQ, but SMT nonetheless. Again, price starts displacing lower, so now it is valid to look for shorts, but realistically there's not much to take because price kept chopping unless you entered off the actual manipulation, put your stop loss at the highs. That would have been valid, but nonetheless, if you entered anywhere in the middle, you would have probably gotten stopped out, especially how price was like remanipulating internally, like right here. Price came back to remanipulate, which was stupid, and you can see we legit have SMTs while ES was going lower. So ES is leading. It made the manipulation, so it can start going lower first. I can't lie, today was so fried. Overall, we're still bullish. We still have a bullish PD array that price can still respect. Okay, ES has a bearish manipulation that price can still react off of, which that's what it was doing. So this was actually fried. ES goes lower, remanipulates, okay. It rebounces back inside this order block, but as you could see, the reaction was not the best. We did not displace out of it. So this is telling you that, okay, ES order block is not holding, but if you look at NQ, we're still not even at the low again. Price is still respecting this low right here, and it's not like pumping away, and it's not displacing below it. So price could still re-manipulate this low, then pump away, or price can legit just continue going lower. Either way, you're just waiting for price to see what it's doing. ES goes lower, takes it out at what time? 11:21. Cool. 11:21, ES takes it out. Boom. So you have an SMT there at 11:21. NQ starts slowing down, internal manipulation, and we have a manipulation with this low on the left as well. Now you're seeing an actual bullish reaction. Price is actually displacing away. Your first confirmation that would have told you, okay, let me look for an entry, would have been after the CB gets inversed. Displacement, a rebalance, and another displacement. So this would have been your trade. Again, realistically speaking, this would have been a valid trade to take right here. Stop loss either like below the BC, or you could put it here again, or if you were still, trying to be extra safe, stop loss at this low. But realistically, it should be below this BC because we rebalance, we internal manipulate. If price is coming back down again, we're not looking for these lows to hold or get re-manipulated. TPs, again, internal highs, hanging fruits right here, back up here, and you're seeing how prices reacted from taking out these highs. So again, another rebalance, displacement up slowly, hella weak, I can't lie. TPing 1-to-1 would have been valid as well. So, but today was legit straight up chop fest. Complete chop fest. Holy, and we have a fat SMC. Price is, what is price doing? Price edge did no way. But yeah, that's pretty much pre breakdown. Today was kind of fried, I can't lie. Not kind of, but overly fried. Any questions about it? What is cleanest trade? Cleanest trade that you could have taken realistically were like shorts at 1040 from 1040. I mean 940 down there, and then at 1050 ish, reversal longs back up were clean. So from 940 to like 956, you know, you had like nicer window to trade. But like today was fried, I can't lie. So if you did not trade today, it was the best trade. Any questions about PA breakdown? Nope. See what ETCMU gotta say, then. Okay, this is trade. At the order block, where do you take the fib? Which order block? If you're referring this 950, you take it from the bearish candle to the bullish candle. Yes, from the bearish candle to the bullish candle. So, top of it to the bottom. Of course. Let's get into the trades. Bearish continuation, total minute, rebalance, displacement, bearish narrative plus nothing, had strong logic that could reverse price. Were to improve, catch better positioning, short again a stronger premium could have gone in total, manipulated, etc. to then continue lower to draws. Price prescribed with heading towards lower PA expected overnight. Yeah. Fat CB displacement lower, you enter midway through it. Stop loss above the high. See. TP at the draws on the left. Yeah, not a bad valid. Not a bad London trade is good. Took out all the lows. Respected the order block from Asia Open. Took longs anticipating the accumulation highs to be taken out. Again, we reswept how many times? AP, look. Pay attention to what price is doing. It's trending lower. Okay? We swept this low. Order block gets created. Oh, let me long. Got stopped out, trying to target back up there. Okay, price reswept, another order block. Oh, let me long, trying to target back up to these highs. You got taken out. Oh, order block gets created. Let me long. Oh, price remanipulated you. We are trending lower. Price is taking out lows. You're not looking to long again. You're literally coming at the very, very end. You're not looking for like longage right now. You're waiting to see how price is reacting. If we're truly bullish, price has to take out this high, DRD past it, or rebalance, then DRD past it again. Okay, we're not looking to take longs at the high right here, to the high, at that, you know what I'm saying? Like, pay attention to what price is doing. Holy SO edge, C. These longs were invalid because we wicked into SIBI already, so it doesn't count as SIBI disrespect. We need to go lower to that DOL. Yes. 930 total rebounds to the order block, busy disrespect, bearish narrative. Yep, good. Price legit just rebounds back inside this order block. Displaces away. You enter on the displacement, stop loss above, perfect, nice. Apollo, good, same trade, very good. Playmaker, same thing as well, very, very good. If you guys took this early entry right here for these shorts, after price rebalances again, it starts displacing lower, like actual candle closure displacement. After this candle went lower, put your stop loss above this high or above the SIBI right here, okay? Because if it comes back up again, you don't need like 2-3 rebounds inside your trade. Anticipation to go lower. PXL combined with the total manip. We then disrespected the BISI. I waited a couple of seconds. We then rebalanced and displaced. Again, that is why I waited. I put myself above the displacement candle because I didn't think we would go above since we already rebalanced. Yes, quite unfortunate. I can't lie, but Monday low probable, so price can legit do whatever it wants. You know, it can legit disrespect this SIBI and then continue going lower. You know what I'm saying, Shaggy? So put your SL above the rebalance. Why does it look like it took it out? What the hell? But SL above the rebalance, okay? Until price actually starts displacing lower, especially right here, how we wicked it. If you see prices like closing with a wick at the very edge of a low, just be careful, okay? Because you're entering a bit late into the entry. If you caught the entry like earlier, like the displacement right here, it was valid because we are in a continuation short. This is your rebalance, and this is price displacing lower. You just need to see it open up bearish. You don't need to wait for it to close to enter on it. Just second it opens up bearish, enter on it. You can afford to put your stop loss above so you don't get stopped out, and your TP would have been, you know, a bit extra. But I can't lie, just unfortunate that you got manipulated. Trade us off the displacement was no real need, as I had conviction of us not coming back too high where my original so was. Just gotta accept the risk there. Yeah, I can't lie, unfortunate, but overall good trade from you and Shaggy. You guys overall had the right narrative, thought process, whatever. It's just the SL getting trailed there. Quite unfortunate. 1-to-1 easy RR dubs. Yeah, very good. I saw at the high in case price can still rebalance after price starts displacing lower. This is where you move your SL. After price actually starts displacing lower again, after the rebalance, then you can move your SL. But unfortunate. ES totals with a very prominent high while NQ barely moved up, which caused me to think ES was doing the mid-up so we could dump. I missed entry off the displacement but took the rebalance into the order block. Good. Yep. Valid. Price rebalances back inside this order block again. And price starts displacing lower. You enter. Stop loss above. Good. Pedro, only thing, just put your SL above this wick right here. That rebalance inside this order block. And you're chilling. Good trade, nonetheless. Med DOL expected reversal but opened up with a heavy displacement lower. So I placed the entry and didn't work. I guess looked good. I don't know. Yeah. It's quite unfortunate since we're getting really close to the DOL. NQ already manipulated way lower than ES, and ES just re-manipulated London lows. So, quite unfortunate if you did not look at ES. Unfortunate, I can't lie. But, after this candle closes bullish and it edges you, close it. Slap break even or just close your trade. Cypher, that's the best advice I can give. Just unfortunate, I can't lie. If you weren't looking at ES there really not much I could tell you. You know what you could have done. Yusuf, rebalance back, price and space is lower. Good. Very good, bro. Proud of you. I mean to put that crying emoji. Past the account, we had no reason to be bearish because we had no manipulation at the highs. Also, yes, made a relative equal high, so I knew they would get taken out more than likely. Yeah, good longs. CP gets inverse, you enter longs as the candle starts displacing up. Stop loss below. CP at that internal high. Very, very good. Good job, Noor. I'm proud of you, bro. AP, forward, clean. This one, garbage. Second one, good. Didn't take out a valid high to reverse, so I see why the trade wicked me out. Should have either put stops at the highest high, but would have been long SL, but it's all good. Yeah. Good trade, but unfortunate SL, I can't lie. But overall, you understand your mistakes, so nothing to trip about. Another day, another L. I like the speed and displacement you got from the internal manip and super disrespect. However, accounts are all tough. All evals 1K drawdown left. Alpha come close to payout. Has 242 drawdown left. Hope that I can come back. Hopefully, inshallah. But you have to remember, bro, we're in a downtrend. Price is manipulating lower. Cool, but like we're not respecting this order like that's being respected right here. Like cool. We manipulated this low, but price started to chop. Again, 930 opens. We make SMT and a turtle swoop. So this is a bearish PDA. Price can still refer to it and respect it and displace off of it. So you have to be patient. You can't just enter the second you see a displacement. Like all these bullish manipulations we had at these lows, you had a bullish manipulation, but after price started to slow down and immediately started being bearish. Okay, you have to react to what price is doing, bro. You can't just focus on one thing that you want. Like cool, yes, we want longs. NQ is gonna look to manipulate before we go long, but like when price can still go lower, you know. And unfortunate, man. Hopefully the accounts come back. If they get blown, don't buy more accounts. Just focus on one account at a time. and then rescale back up after you get payouts. We took out London lows and internally manipulated respect to the order block had CB disrespect, assuming price needed to collect more liquidity before running higher as we had Asia lows below. Yes, but overall, we are still referring to this bearish PD rate. That price opened up at 930, made it, started displacing lower. Okay? So think of it as this. Is this truly a bullish displacement leg, or is this just another rebalance that price could respect and trade off of? Ask yourself that. Am I trading a displacement leg, a true reversal displacement leg, or am I just trading a rebalance leg? Close trade early, price formed SMT, started running towards my SL, thought price, second. Bearish narrative, I entered off the disrespect of the BISI and waited for candle closure, original target a turtle, then went from 1 to 1 because of low probable conditions. Valid. Glad that you closed it because price respected the order block and we started reversing. So here, I can't lie, focus on what price is doing, Miles. Actually, never mind. You had the right narrative in that sense. Yes, we had the bearish SMT at the top at like 10:30 after price came back up. We pumped back up. ES made the SMT and it took out those equal highs. So you were trading based off that. You waited for DRD, price displaced away. Yeah, this trade realistically is valid, but I can't lie. The reaction that we had was very garbage. Glad that you closed that 1 to 1. I can't lie, because price would have edged that. So really nothing bad to say. Just be careful, you know, especially after you see price start slowing down. Just double check your work. Why is this low significant? Should price respect it? Should price disrespect it? Once you looked at ES, you would have realized, okay, this low was made from ES manipulating London lows. This low was also made from NQ manipulating lows on the left. So both pairs are bullishly like set up, bullish manip. So this low could still really hold and give us a strong reaction, and you would have TP'd like a bit less. So really nothing bad to say. Try to target the equal highs of a strong 15-minute low manip. Yeah, understandable. Just unfortunate, I can't lie. No trades today. Low probable day, protected capital, sat on my hands. Good. Took this short off SFT manip or black tap in and basically disrespect targeting Asia lows. Very good, G. Good. Very clean. Hot, bro. Whammo, same thing. You guys are cooking. SFT, turtle soup, order black rebound, displacement away, unit turn displacement, stop loss above. Very good. Today's trade I took a loss, and the reason for that is we were still in a bearish sequence, so had no strong bullish manip. We were referring to also did not wait for a reaction off the PD rate. I was referring, if I waited and slapped short, it would have been better. Simple mistakes will come back tomorrow. Yeah, understandable from this. You were just legit trying to predict where that is going to come in, which was unfortunate. But remember, Kashima, look what price is doing here. SMT bearish manipulation right here. So price is respecting this bearish manipulation. Once you see a reaction like this, like why is price reacting from this high? You know, is it just because it was 930? Or are we rebalancing, or what is price doing? If you look twice, you would have understood that. Like, okay, ES manipulated higher. It took out this internal high on ES, yes, but on NQ was the recent high that we have. So we have like a total bearish manipulation on NQ, so price can still respect that. Didn't trade today, is that fine? Yeah, 100%. When both NQ and ES are correlated, and we could have took those longs once the low was swept, could we have entered or not have took it because it happened at 9:53? You could have entered 100%. You could have entered. Don't let stop you. Playmaker, forward test, very clean. Stop loss at the rebalance of the order block and the turtle manipulation. Very clean. Good. You try to take the re-entry after this turtle manipulation. See rebalance, I guess PXH. Probably just slowed down, chopped, and sold off. Unfortunate. Forward tested longs at the lows off the order block, targeting standard deviation. Disrespect. Treated it as a rebound to continue lower. Yeah, that's calm. Yeah. Very clean longs though, nonetheless. Thoughts on this other than SL placement? Would have been a valid trade, I can't lie. If we had better conditions, this would have looked nicer. Especially after we had where we had the manipulation. there? Was it? Am I tweaking? Okay, I'm tweaking. Oh, okay. Yeah, Miles, you took your trade here. Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. I just like to wait for candle closure. Not just a couple of times. Allows to not wait for candle closure. The reason why I'd be losing. Okay, that's understandable, Shaggy. Come up here, Lucid. What do you want to say? Alright, guys. Any questions before we wrap it up? It's all good. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, just delete all these. Be careful this week because the way prices look right now, obviously you're expecting continuations back up all-time highs, but the way prices are respecting these internal manipulations going lower, accumulating lower. Yes, we have internal manipulation bullish, but we're legit just stopping at like accumulation highs in the internal range. So we might have shorts, we might have longs. Just wait and see what price does. Best protocol going to 10 a.m. news been tough with probability. Yeah, wait for price. If you're in a trade, hold it. If you're in the right manipulation, for news, price will legit respect manipulation. Like if your manipulation is valid and it comes after taking out liquidity or accumulation, news will follow it. So that's the best advice. My trade would have hit. Yeah, unfortunately, I just seen that. But it's good because what if I hit your SL? You know, you would have been grateful to have gone out. But CUAT. Kind of off topic, but how do you manage to scale yourself up to your first max allo payout? One account. Alright, after you get one your account, you get a payout. Depending on the size of the payout, you can either buy 1 to 2 accounts. Okay, copy trade them. If it goes well, then you should be able to cycle your payouts. So you should be able to get another payout on your first account. Then 2 more days after that, you should be able to get 2 more payouts on the other accounts. Okay, with those 2 accounts, you could either buy 1 account or just buy 2 more, the last 2. Copy trade them and scale. Obviously, your first time scaling won't be the best because emotions and stress dealing with them. Because you're managing. Imagine all the stress and like the emotions you guys are having on 1 account right now. Now multiply that by 5. So that's what you're doing with scaling. Alright? So be extra careful when you're scaling because you're multiplying stress for no unnecessary reason. Until you're ready and you're able to manage that stress better, as in like you have payouts, you know, consistent payouts like once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly wrong. But you live and learn, you know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with that. After that, we had the bearish to switch candle, got a bit of a garbage fill. Why did we have to remanipulate the internal highs before we went lower? Price, so we didn't just have just this internal high. We had an SMT. That was the actual manipulation. Realistically, price should have just continued displacing higher, but price was going from manipulation to manipulation. So we set bullish manipulation, go back up, set bearish manipulation, go back down, rebalance, go back up, bearish manipulation, go back down, internal manipulation, go back up. You get what I'm saying? So price is legit ping-ponging with these manipulations. So the best way to beat that, the bearish or like the manipulation ping-pong where you have bullish and bearish manipulation, take whichever one you would like, whichever one is like you think is more probable, as long as you TP to something internal. Okay? These are like the days where you can size in heavy, like 1 mini, 30 points, whatever, 1 to 1. Internal targets, internal fruits at like all-time highs are the best advice. Like bullish, bearish manipulation, it does not matter which one you take, as long as you TP at the nearest target. Otherwise, the price cannot manipulate you and then just dump. You know, because if you took the longs here, TP got these internals high, you would have been fine. if you took the shorts off the bearish manipulation, either TPing at this internal low or like 1-to-1, you would have been fine either way. You get what I'm saying? Because price still, pushed up, but nonetheless. Got that. All right. Any wrapping up question? Wait, can you show how you mark the DOLs of today? I already closed the chart, but Pim, you just look at price, where price started to slow down and where it started to chop. Okay. You can either focus on the highs and lows, but if those highs and lows came from manipulation, if price already rebalanced at those highs and lows, it will not look to rebalance once, twice, 3 times. It'll look to rebalance once, maybe twice, best, but like it won't rebalance 3 times at the same low or high. The third time it comes, I promise you it'll take it out. So after price makes the higher low and it rebalances and it displaces away, you will have chop and accumulation. It will build itself, so price can still manipulate, give you another internal manipulation to then sell off or continue going bullish, depending whichever bias and narrative. But yeah, that's how you mark your DOLs. But all right, with that, group call's over. I'll see you guys. Love. See you on Wednesday.